Yo, cheeks. Add DM cheeks and see if we can get an off roster. If not, it's whatever. But
Yo, what's up?
yo, cheeks.
Yeah, what's up, man?
By any chance, can we get an off roster?
Sure
Just
thing.
one player. He's not that good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good he is. Just hurry up, man. I really have to do something after this.
Top
Yeah, we are.
Top 100 champ.
They're all coming. Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure they get here quick, bro, because I have to do something after.
Yo, cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask who scheduled this game with you?
Jabron, evil.
No, I mean like on like what rep on our team?
What rep on your team you'd I'd have to message evil. Give me a second.
Okay. Our two are coming right now. They're loading up.
Yo.
Shut up, kid.
I'm not even saying nothing bad. It's not in game chat. Meow.
He's scheduled with you.
Who?
He's scheduled with you, evil said.
Probably.
The hell? Wait. Who?
Evil. Okay. Then, yeah.
You nigga.
Ah, you got me.
Funny.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're right. He did.
Yeah.
Logan,
So
I need to
Logan,
ask you something. Come to party.
you're the seller.
Okay.
Who freaking did
Logan,
tell
come to
us?
party. Come to party.
You fag. Oh my god, this fag is plat 3. I thought it was plat 2. What the fuck?
Okay.
Alright, sorry, he's coming. His ping's being very shitty right now. He's shitty
Good.
loading in. Alright.
Am I all good to
Alright, you're
start?
good to go. Yep.
Alright, we're good, we're good.
Oh, good luck, have fun.
Have fun.
Alright, we are finally live. Woohoo, yeah. As you can see, we've got Division 2 of the Nefarious League here. I think it's week 2 to be specific. We have actually Merciless MS13 defending first on Cafe against Calibrate Angels. Last time I saw Calibrate Angels was Midnight League. Actually, they ended up losing. I think it was semifinals or losers bracket finals, something in the sort of end game of the playoffs of D2, actually, to Jesus and the Disciples, but a different beast entirely, actually, in Merciless MS13, speaking of, the last time that I ran into this team was a long time ago. I don't even remember. I haven't even seen this roster before, but I've certainly heard of their team. I've casted for them, but it was a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, to say the least. But gonna be moving on to the map here. We have Cafe. It's a bit more of a tight map. You don't normally see a lot of heavy roam strategies. You might see one, if you're being generous, 2 roamers being played by the defense, but a lot of this is actually dependent on really walls and vertical, I'd say. It's not a frag heavy map. I was about to say it is a frag heavy map, but that's me lying to you all. And as you can see, it's actually a more strategy based map, and that also includes sort of vertical play, and we're certainly be seeing bans and also plays by that. Sledge ban by MS13, it's an interesting choice. I mean, my best guess is that it's oriented more towards the second and first floor objectives, so that way it makes playing vertical on those harder for the attacking team, especially considering that they're going to be the ones that are having to deal with those the most. But it also could come back to bite them if this game proves to be close. I don't know if it will or not. I'll just have to sort of play that by ear, really.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And so going to go actually to first floor for their first site will be MS13. Bringing that Kaid. Kaid was not banned by either team. Actually, it was left on the board by both of them. So we'll allow them to, I'd say, have a bit more flexibility in terms of placements of the Kaid Electroclaws. And at the very least, they can put them up, you know, at least. If they did not have that Kaid, it might have been a bit different. They might have had to rely on the mute if they wanted to keep any walls closed, considering that there are a total of 8 walls, really, in this first floor site, and of those, you would need to bring either all of mute's utility to cover them, or mix bandit with mute, because you can't really impact trick them. I don't think you can mirror trick them, and you can't keep them closed unless you put a bandit battery, as you see here, as the bandit there of Attack Goldfish will do, or you put him potentially in Evil Eye watching it, or a mute jammer, which there's no mute, but there is a Mozzie and a Vigil, so going to be bringing 2 operators sort of renowned for drone denial and intel denial. Pestilentials as well as the ERC are going to likely waste quite a few drones and certainly waste some time from Calibrate Angels, and the important part of that really is that with that time being wasted, that's going to start to pressure them later on in the round when they need to get vertical set up, when they need to put pressure on the objective, kill down some, slim down the anchors, really. And there goes the first kill of this match, whose TKs will pick off KJ. There goes another kill, Minced killing Hellslater. And there goes both of the sort of default vertical players in Zofia and actually Bunk. Money is down, not out just yet, but has been down here. Strong roam plays here by who's Minced. Whose TKs gets a double kill actually onto Cheeks. The Mozzie and Visual combo not really wasting drones and intel as it is. 3k there from whose TKs. Big Go gonna try and swing him. A 1v5 though. Whose TKs lowered there presumably by Minced, and Minced will get the kill there. Double kill for him. And a flawless round for Merciless MS13. And my oh my, what a way to open up this game. Obviously early, so can't exactly say anything about how this could change, but based off of that first round, MS13 is going to be in control for a lot of this game. They got all they did was put 2 roamers up on the top floor, and Angels didn't know what to do with it. And honestly, they should have played the windows, or at least tried to clear out from the hatches, because basically they just dropped and went straight for bar and didn't win any gunfights. And that's the other thing, is that they were making okay progression on the roam clear, and I'm gonna hit that point in a moment. But after they found those players, they couldn't get any kills, and they couldn't trade either. And that's the really important part, is that even if you can't win that first 1v1, if you can't trade, you're in some bad spots, really. It's such a simple concept, but my fellow caster Flyfire likes to harp on it quite a bit. But it's such a simple concept, but it's also very, very influential. I've seen games won and lost, really, just because of a team that doesn't play for retrades enough. Refrags, pardon me. Not the same thing as retrades, but I guess there's a way to do a retrade. And now going actually to bar for their second site will be MS13. Just setting themselves up. I would normally see it, bringing that Malusi, so trying to waste some time as well as some utility. And actually enough, Timoran, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, as the Aruni. You don't see that every day. Does have those 3 Surya gates, which he will set up now. And the interesting thing about those Suryas is that it's sort of a generalist, I'd say, piece of utility. Money very low, don't know exactly how, but he's at the health that you really don't want to be at this point. I don't think he's going to be able to take any gunfights where he doesn't have a substantial advantage over the enemy. And as I was saying that, Timoran's still setting up the Surya gates. But the thing about them is that they're a generalist piece of utility. I mean, they serve as something resembling a trap, a bit of castle in it, and also sort of a Jaeger in a way, in that it can end up destroying pieces of utility that are throwable. Chiefs will pick off Minced, and there goes the Bandit. Did get all his utility down, so not the end of the world, and it's coming about a minute in, so this could certainly be worse for them. And now the Mozzie there, actually, whose TKs will pick up a drone for his team. Obviously, not in the best spot to move that around, but does actually deny them a drone, and being peeked by 2 people at once. Both Cheeks and Hellslater will peek him from different spots, obviously, and that's the advantage there. That crossfire ended up getting them a kill. Whose TKs will fall. It's a 5v3 now. Next person in the line of defense really would be Attack Goldfish. I'd say holding down actually White Corridor there. Timoran gonna be just trying to hold down Backstore, and Bar being held by Dominic. As you can see, just trying to stop what remains, really, using what they really have left here, actually, to stop this push. Timoran still has a Surya gate left on him. I don't know what that's about. Is he about the Surya trick? Question mark? Dominic just trying to hold down the cocktail balcony, has now rotated out 4v3. Timoran strikes back, takes that big go, but he did get the cigar wall, backstore wall, as well as a wall there into bar, so did not die with utilities still on him, and that's the way that it should have been, really. Ideally, got down the smokes and went for a plant, but alas, and don't have everything you want. Now Flashbang's going out there, actually, by Watch Me KJ. As the Buck looking to peek that, Aruni does get the kill. 4v2 though, 3v2, Money will TK KJ. I think that's an error from them. Attack Goldfish and Dominic, the last 2 left, and Dominic gets a double kill. Attack getting the kill of his own onto Hellslater, and that's the round for MS13. They're now up 2-0, and what a gaff, really. by Calibrate Angels. I mean, they were up in a 4v2. They had the walls that they needed. All they need to do is win a couple gunfights. But no, they couldn't do that. Pardon me, on 4v3. They still had the Malusi, the Aruni, and the Jaeger, but at that point it was a 4v2 considering that the Aruni was downed. But still, the TK managed to take that down, and then losing gunfights, really. It's just, they seem lost, I'd say. That was really, to put it short, that was Calibrate Angels' round. It really should have been 1-1, but alas, some fatal errors from them, and they will end up losing that round. And now I'm gonna try and keep the momentum going. Look for a site sweep. Will be Immense TK's Dominic. Wow. I don't know what that's about. And there goes the Mozzie. I don't think he even got any pests down, so can't even yell about sniping a drone from the grave.
10 seconds left.
Can't even nitro anybody. And that'll be a 5v4. He wasn't even... Oh, I think I realized what it was. That looks to be some sort of banned cosmetic, which is my guess as to why he was TK'd. But that is unfortunate for MS13, and unless we see some really, really bad errors here from the attacking team of Calibrate Angels, I think that this round is almost guaranteed to go the way of the Calibrate Angels, really. I mean, they're attacking the tertiary site of MS13. They have a man advantage. There's no other drone denial outside of maybe the mute as of Timorin, so they did try the sort of dynamic duo of drone denial in those two, but didn't exactly get to do that. They do also have sort of the holy trinity, I'd say, in Minced, bringing that vigil, as you can see, trying to just deceive some drones using that ERC, or as I would refer to it, the ERC, considering that's how you would call it phonetically, and taking down some drones as well, trying to waste some time here. But Calibrate Angels trying to waste no time as they try and push now. Actually, across the white hallway, money lowered there, presumably by Minced, as he tries to push into Cigar. Actually, through Cigar into white hallway. 5v4, actually. Whose TKs will get a kill there onto KJ? And there he goes, 3v4. TKs gets a double kill there onto Money. Certainly getting that man advantage for his team now. And surprising how this is going. 3v3, Big Go will actually go ahead and get a kill there onto Minced. Now it's up to just the Jaeger really above. 3v2 though, he runs straight into Cheeks, who gets an easy kill onto him. Nitro there from Timorin will take down Hellslater. Did they even have a drone on that? I doubt it. But it's up to just Timorin and Attack Goldfish against Cheeks and Big Go. The two supports, hard support and soft support. They do have those two air jabs left, so they could secure their flank if they need to during a plant, or if they decide to push a specific way and might be wary of one of the two players going for a flank. But I think that that's doubtful that one of these two players would go for some sort of late flank unless it's you know, you go down one way and then back the other, something very quick and short. But as you can see, trying to do something really. They don't have a ton of time. They do have smokes and flashbangs. They have one drone active between the two of them, and that's Cheeks's. Someone will go down there from Big Go, but it's been muted, so they can't do anything about that. And do need to do something if they want to get that wall open, which would certainly move the sort of gears at the moment. Attack Goldfish holding down Fireplace here. Spawning Big Go and kills him, actually. It's a 1v2. Diffuser is down. It's up to just Cheeks. And boy, oh boy, what a gaff. Timorin finishes it off with a kill there onto Cheeks. It's... Pardon me, it's 3-0 here. MS13 is just... This is ugly for Angels. I mean, in all honesty, just... I don't know what to tell you at this point, really. That they're down 3-0. They were on the tertiary site. They had a man advantage, and yet they blow the man advantage. They finally managed to equalize it, and then they can't get a kill. They can't win a gunfight, and then they just lose the round. It's mystifying, folks. It's just, if I was on Calibrate Angels right now, if I was in the lobby talking to them, I would just tell them to focus up and win gunfights, because that's not what they're doing right now. They're not focused. They're making silly mistakes that they shouldn't. They have the materials that they need to win rounds, but they're not winning gunfights. Like, for Pete's sake.
Bomb located by attackers.
It's just silly how many mistakes they're making, really, at this point. And how much that's really, really screwing them over in that late round. But they will have to go back to the primary set of MS13, which will be first floor here. Bringing that same lineup, it appears, or a very similar one. Does have sort of double electric, and TKs will actually spawn big money, and so there goes the Ash. He's having an off day, to say the least. He's been first pick for a while, just on a side note, but that's going to be a coin flip, really, favoring MS13. Obviously, could have gone the other way, really, and been a 5v4 for Angels. Instead, now they have the script flipped on them. We'll be down a man here. And the other thing about this build, about this map, is that you have to roam clear it. And roam clearing this map takes a while, considering the amount of power positions that the defenders can hold, and the sort of nooks and crannies. So I'd say it takes about a minute 20 for a team to do a full roam clear, and that leads into my other point, is that if a team can do sort of isolation strategies in which they avoid roam clearing or limit the amount of roam clearing they have to do, KJ will actually clear a bit of the roam, takes down TK's, the existence of a drone, but now Dominic, as the Vigil, gonna avoid part of that drone, but now will fall back, go back on the ERC and go down all the way to the basement, so fallback run completed, 3v4, minced, Nitro's away else later, and there goes the Zofia, so they've lost both of their entry frags. It's up to just KJ if they want to push forward with a low utility operator, so 2-1-2 format, really, for them has not been going well either. And that's what I was saying, if you can avoid doing a full roam clear, or if you can avoid roam clearing entirely, then you give yourself that much extra time to put pressure on site and to get kills onto anchors, or at the very least lower anchors, and get an execute down. And that's an important thing on this map that I think Angels is ignoring right now. As a result, it's allowing easy rounds here for the defending team. And Nitro being prepped there by Tamora, and it'll be interesting to see if he can actually hit a Nitro, because there is somebody over on White Stairs. Nope, nowhere near it. Would have been fun anyways, but KJ will luckily dodge that. And now going for that flank there, 2v4, Dominic takes him down. And now actually will be traded there by Cheeks, and moving in to ensure that as a pincer would be big go. Attack Goldfish, however, picks off Cheeks by peeking him actually, so gonna mention that sort of error from me. And now Attack Goldfish down, not out just yet. Will just go up and lose some damage and take some health. And he gets killed there onto Mince, as I was going to say. Mince took some health off of him. Attack Goldfish is down, so it's really just a 1v1 here. All he has to do is just either get a plant down, which seems unlikely considering the amount of time he has left, or get a kill. And he sprints straight into Tamorin. My oh my. That is some nice jiggle. I don't have anything else to say on that factor. But, jeez. The ace there, a big go. Silly mistake. You shouldn't ever just sprint straight at an enemy like that. But that'll give them the round, and now they're going to their secondary site for the second time this half. And they're up 4-0. So they have the potential to go perfect, but that seems a bit unlikely. But they are definitely going to be going into the attacking half with some sort of lead. It's just going to depend on if that's 6 rounds, 4 rounds, or only 2 rounds.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, once again, we'll be going to bar. We saw them go here the first time around, and it really, this was the first round that I thought it should have gone the way, really, of Angels. I mean, they had the man advantage, they had the walls, they had everything they needed to get an execute down, but then the TKs and losing the gunfights were what really gave the round away and put it in the lines, really, of round wins here for MS13. Attack Goldfish, interestingly enough, bringing that pulse. Might be roaming all the way down on the first floor, which is interesting to say the least. So might be looking to counter some vertical play. Oh, I see. He's just gonna be holding the outside cam and just trying to get a pick off of that little corner. Maybe even get a run out onto somebody repelling. Tomorrow will leave. So that'll be a 5v4, and there goes the what was that? I'm trying to think, the Aruni. I don't know if he got down all 3 Syria gates. I'm really doubtful, based off of the last round that he brought the Aruni. Let's see. Am I seeing any Syria gates? Let's check it. And the answer is no. It doesn't look like there were any Aruni Syria gates set up by Tamoran before he left. So, absolutely useless 5v4, 5v3. KJ will pick off Mints. It's such a just attack Dominic and whose TKs. They do have those Goyo shields to help them out, but still, as we've seen in the past, that can go terribly wrong. I've seen players killed by a Goyo shield, actually, while they're playing behind it. Now, Chuck, we'll try and nitro somebody out, trying to get some damage on them, potentially even a kill. He'll be drawn out there. There goes his shield, impacted away by Money. As you saw, he was inching forward there. And they now have Cigar here. Obviously took them some time, took them just over a minute, I'd say. But still. Now, someone's going to go down here, and hopefully Money doesn't TK Big Go or Hellslater, whoever the ace is this time around. Money will be lowered and taken down there by whose TKs. And it's now 4v3. Will be lowered by KJ, who's over in Cigar Shop trying to get a kill on him. KJ being lowered as well. And 3v3, whose TKs gets that double kill onto KJ. It's now an even number situation here. Jack Goldfish going to just be playing in that corner right by the ace breach. Might be looking to get some sort of just a sneaky pick. 3v2. Could be a 2v2, and it will be. Whose TK gets the 3k after Hellslater picks off. It's actually 2v1. Hellslater will stop him from getting any more. And gets the double kill of his own onto whose TKs. Pardon me, whose Mince was the first one to fall, and third one to fall to Hellslater, and a single round will be Attack Goldfish. As you can see, once he started, he didn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, he says. And it's now 4-1, and it could really, I mean, keep in mind that he just has, no, I'm going to put it the other way. Merciless has an 100% success rate on the tertiary side of second floor. They have a 50-50 chance so far of winning this top floor, so statistically it would be better for them to go to the second floor site, but I don't think that's the smarter choice, really, considering that it's harder for them to hold, harder for teams in general to hold, and so they will instead be going up to bar again, and hopefully this time Tamoran doesn't leave without using any of his utility, so, you know, I think that also contributed to it, because if Tamoran had stayed alive, if he had not left, then it would have been, they would have had a man advantage for most of that, considering that somehow, some way, the Jaeger there, actually, of whose TKs managed to keep it even, just by getting those kills, really. And Aegis was just feeding him, really. At that point, you know, picked up the spoon, started feeding him some kills. To make a joke about it.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, now.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
as you can see, just setting themselves up, and they do actually have Tamarin using the Syrias, so congrats everybody, we actually have some Syria gates. It does still have 1 in reserve, so I don't know what that's about, but, you know, it has used 2 out of the 3. That's what, a D in school grades, so, yeah, that's not all that great. And as you can see, just trying to push in from those hatches will be Calibrate Angels, also using some repels, as you can see. Trying to make a push really from the west side of the building and push across to the east, as most teams do. Sometimes you do see teams take these cocktail windows and play them, but really considering that requires a Blackbeard, and even though Blackbeard wasn't banned on this map, he has 20 health on his shield right now. That means that it's basically a one-shot shield, and that makes it really difficult for him to successfully play on windows. As you can see, Cheeks will be lowered there. Don't know exactly how, but he does lose just over a bar of health, and might make it a bit harder for him later in the game, but hopefully not too bad. And we're looking at either, let's say, a stereotypical or above than average split in half for the defending team of Merciless MS13. And as you can see, trying to nitro away from blue would be attack. Goldfish still has 2 batteries on him. I don't know what that's about. Really should have put those on the backstore walls, or at least one of them there. As you can see, Big Go will open that up using one of his Selmas, and they have some sort of sightline, maybe even a rotate there into washroom, thanks to presumably the castle of Dominic. It's a 5v5 though. Both teams have been banged up just a tad. You know, Money and Cheeks both lowered about a bar each, and Tamarin lowered just over a bar. So, you know, not bad, but still, and we're looking at a very raucous final moments to this final round of the first half, considering that both teams still have even numbers. You know, Angel still has yet to break through, really. They're about to, it appears. 5v4. Tamarin will TK attack Goldfish. And that might be the thing that they need for Calibrate Angels to really move the gears. Minced will be lowered, as well as Cheeks, as well as Hellslater. Dominic down and out thanks to Hellslater. You can see, and Tamarin will pick off KJ. Big Go gonna look for a smoke plant. 3v2 double kill from Hellslater, as both Minced and Money will fall for both teams, losing a member whose TK is on the retake. Now 3k from Hellslater, looking for the 4th potentially, and he almost gets it. Gonna reload now, and TK's is in a bad spot, outnumbered 3-1, trying to retake the site in a post plant, and he's at low health. One in the angle here, trying to push forward. Spots the ace of Big Go, but Big Go gets the kill and the round for Calibrate Angels, who will be down at half, but not as bad as you'd think. 4-2 in favor of Merciless. Alright, and now gonna switch at half, gonna check the scoreboards very quickly. Whose TKs has a 2-1 KD going 10-5, leading his team next person round would be half of that Tamarin. Actually, and then on the side of Calibrate Angels, 7 kills leading the team there would be Hellslater. Now I'm going to focus back on the action, I'd say. As you can see, trying to make a recovery here, and Calibrate teams are known as being more strong in the defense than the attack. In fact, I once saw a game where a Calibrate team went 1-5 on the attack on a map, on Oregon actually, and then they managed to win it 7-5 just because they went on defense and won 6 rounds in a row. I mean, obviously not every Calibrate team is the same, but you know, it seems to be a common thread between them all, and so gonna try and I'd say capitalize on that now. They will be going up to bar here. This is the secondary site of MS13. This is Angels' primary site now. So gonna try and do something that MS13 couldn't, and hopefully have a better win percentage on this site. They have what, a 33%, so need to at least win this round, and if they go here again, a second one. You know, just have to stay positive, really, and that's gonna be what really matters here is mindset. They didn't have a perfect first half, but you got to think about the fact that they're now on the defense, which they're likely more comfortable on, and they now have sort of figured out MS13's rhythm, hopefully, and that might give them a bit of an advantage. At least make them a bit more comfortable going into the second half of this matchup, really. As you can see, MS13 will be pushing from the top down, really, playing those hatches and getting that cigar wall open. Now will be Min spending 2 Selmas on it, actually. So we'll be getting some extra room for his teammates, but at what cost exactly? Now, as you can tell, trying to push in here will be MS13. They do have some sort of stake in it, and now Cheeks lower, not out just yet, but TK is as well. Will lose some health, and Cheeks is the one playing actually in Cigar Shop, trying to deny this angle here, but as you can tell, he has the shotgun. He should be in a favorable engagement, but he's not. Dominic gets the kill onto him, and he really should have won that, in my opinion. I mean, he had the ADS on him, obviously not placed properly. He had the shield, he had a shotgun. In that case, he really should have won an attack. Goldfish will pick off health later, but watching the KJ will trade him. And still the man advantage will favor the attacking team here of MS13. Smoke going out there from money, the first of 3 with about a minute and 15 left on the round, so they still have some time to waste, but hopefully they go on and watch me KJ and their utility. The Goose and the Castle Bear kids, hopefully those will waste some time. And now a thermite charge being placed there by Timoran, actually on that wall, setting it off, and now a Big Go might be in a bit of a tough spot. He actually will fall back just in time, but would have been funny to see him get hit by the thermite charge, at least for me, as I'm a bit of a sadist. I wanted to make a quick joke about 3v3 though. KJ gets a double kill down to his Timoran. Man's just down. It could very well be a 2v3 if Dominic doesn't make this revive soon enough. 2v3 actually. There we go. TK's getting that man advantage for his team once again, and there will be official. Minst is revived. It's up to just Money and Big Go. They still have some Goose on the board for both of them. Money still has 1 smoke wave left on him, so he could certainly deny the plant. The diffuser's down, though. Obviously, they could recover it fairly easily, considering its position. But still, TK pushes forward there, spawning Big Go, and gets the kill anyways. What the? Money's the last one left in a 1v2. He does pick off his TK's. Low time, though. All he has to do is just keep them off of him, stay alive, and win by time. Will be swung there. Gets a kill down to who's Minced, but Dominic trades him. And some silly plays, I'd say, from the defending team of Calibrate Angels gets the round there for MS13. And, I mean, MS13 had walls. They could have picked up the diffuser. It's not like the diffuser was being held there by Angels. And that's both on Angels and MS13. But, I mean, it's just ridiculous, folks. In my opinion, this is a major gaffe here from the defending team of Calibrate Angels, and I don't know exactly, but from what I've heard, I think that this is not the starting lineup of Angels. I know that KJ isn't a starter, he told me once. I don't know about the rest of them, but still, this seems like an unconventional lineup for them, and that might be part of it. The other thing they have to keep in mind is that, this might just be an off day for them. They might not have been prepared. They didn't dry run. Some of their players are in a slump. I don't know, but you have to keep in mind those circumstances might affect how this is going, really. And going back to top floor once again, and we'll actually be starting off the opposite of what we saw from MS13. MS13 won this site the first time around. Instead, Angels will actually lose it the first time around, and one thing you have to keep in mind is, I mean, how do you not kill somebody that's crawling and gooed, and you know exactly where they are in that gunfight? And then Money playing over in Cocktail at the end of that round. He's low time, they don't have the diffuser, so they can't plant on you. You have a shotgun, so you could go below and just shotgun them from below. But instead, he's just going to hold an angle and then gets traded. I mean, it's a 1v2, MS13 doing what Angels couldn't and actually getting a trade there. And that's what really was what gave them the round, and it should have... I mean, they didn't have the diffuser, they didn't have enough time to go grab it and get a plant down, so all he had to do was just hide and stay alive. Because if he dies, the round goes their way. If he stays alive and they don't have time to plant, the round goes their way. That's all that matters. But it's a bit of a messy match here for
Bomb located by attackers.
And now 5v4, Hellslayer picks up Vincent. Tamoran's looking for a plant now. Will be smoked down, but I don't think it's too late to stop him from the plant. Will lose some health, but it's a 5v4 and the plant went down. 4v4, TKs will kill Money. I think he only got 1, maybe 2 smoke waves out. I don't think he got all 3 down. 3v4. Attack Goldfish will actually get the man advantage there. Takes down Hellslayer. Tamoran's down, not just yet, but will be downed. And Dominic losing some health as well. KJ down, but not out just yet. So it's technically a 2v3. And there we go. Attack Goldfish picking up some kills there onto Cheeks. Same with GKs onto KJ. And Big Go will fall at the hands of that appeared to be Dominic. I might be wrong on that, but who's TK's at 6-2, about to break into 15 kills. So is in a very good spot right now, considering the situation. And they're at match point. This is a very thin line, really, for Calibrate to walk if they want to win this. I mean, they're down by 4 rounds. They really shouldn't be, considering that, you know, they were only down by 2.5, and then they are on defense now. But, I mean, they have to sweep 3 sites. They have to do a map. They have to do a site sweep. 3 sites in a row. They have to do their primary site again, so this would be, they'd have to do kitchen twice. And if they'd managed to do all of that, they reach overtime. Which, even then, after that, it's not a guarantee, really.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So, it's a very small line, really. That has to be a very tight line that has to be walked here by Calibrate Angels should they want to win this, really. And I think that the big thing for them is just they're not winning gunfights and they're not playing for trades. I think that's it. I might be wrong. No, that seems to be the most common thing for them.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And now, as you can tell, we'll just be going to hold down Bakery here. They don't have any shields on it, so can't exactly do what you'd normally expect. They do have Money though with a shield. I can't tell exactly where it is. Let's try and find it now, folks. And oh wow, ballsy plays. They've actually decided to extend themselves into sort of VIP hall here. They have a shield. They have an ADS covering it. They have that rotate there. I've seen this before. It did not go well for the team that ran it. It basically was collapsed very easily. It's just too risky. There's too many angles for you to worry about if you're the one playing the extension. But actually ignoring that entirely will be Merciless MS13. 4v5, TKS rushes over to get a kill on Cheeks. Big Go will actually trade him for the Ash, but they did lose the OMI, so not great for them. Hellslayer getting a kill onto Tamoran as Minst will pick off Big Go. There goes the Bandit and the Thermite, so certainly we'll get the upper hand at the end of that. 3v2, KJ gets a kill onto Minced, and turns him into mincemeat, actually. Dominic triggering a proxy, actually, so might be giving a bit of an advantage here to Hellslayer. Actually, he's all the way up above on vertical, so can't exactly say that. Watch me, KJ trying to hold down Whiskey there, setting up an angle. Just have his 1.5 trained in it, but Dominic running the M762 with the 2.0. So, and he kills KJ. It's now a 2v2. There goes the man advantage, just like that. And no trades, nothing. They need to figure out where, really, MS13 is trying to push from. Money will throw down his final smoke here without a minute left, and as you can see, trying to push forward here, using some of that gas will be Attack Goldfish to make a small hole. Dominic lowered by the smoke, presumably, as Attack Goldfish will rotate around, and there's a rotate, actually. They have a code extension, but nobody's playing the code check extension. So, Attack Goldfish now rushes into side, takes down Money, looking for a second, except to just Hellslayer the match on the line. all on his shoulders here. A 1v2, plant goes down, attack Goldfish, gets a double kill, and that's the game. Just like that. Merciless MS13 will beat Calibrate Angels 7-2. Angels didn't win a single round of defense. They got shut out as soon as MS13 turned to attack. And that'll be it. MS13 will be on top at the end of the game.
Good game.
GG's,
Game,
guys.
nice.
GG's.